Welcome to Nasdaq TradeTalks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada at Money 2020. Joining me to kick off day two coverage, we have Randy Tate, he's CEO of iFlip, to discuss leveling the playing field through AI. It is great to have you with us, Randy. Welcome to TradeTalks.
Thanks, Jill. Happy to be here.
All right, so what is iFlip and how does this change investing for the average person when you think about incorporating AI into investments?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. One, we look at the traditional model. Flip was created to take the standard buy and hold, ride it out over time forever model, and literally flip it on its head. That's the acronym there. And so, how do we do that? Well, you think about the person's behavior of the average Joe. You know, they buy out of FOMO, they sell out of fear, and they try to do it themselves, or they just buy and hold and ride the big dips like you had in 2020 with COVID, like you had in 2022. And those are 5-10 year events. And so what we're doing is empowering them with some tools that are now available. It's 2023 for Pete's sake. The old buy and hold and let the thing ride doesn't work anymore. Although it might work over 20 years, we're instituting automation through AI to manage risk and protect the downside. And by doing that, we're not talking about day trading in and out all day long. It's simply managing the investment from a perspective that they don't have and taking it away from them and allowing the AI to automate it so that they're in and out avoiding risk.
Why is this relevant in today's current market environment?
Well, today's current market environment, think about it, Jill. You probably looked at the news this morning. The average person, again, non-financially educated, you're sitting watching the news trying to figure out what's going on. Is there a recession or not? Is there a hard landing, a soft landing? What's going on in the Ukraine? What's Israel doing? And trying to figure out what to do is very difficult. That's number one. Number two, people no longer want to pay exorbitant fees for things, and they actually pay attention now. The new generation of investor, they're paying attention to what it costs to have their money managed. We've set ourselves up to be a SaaS, simple monthly subscription platform with no extra or confusing fees. Very relevant in these times.
What is iFlip looking forward to in 2024?
We are beyond excited in 2024. We know that the AI works. We've beaten the S&P consistently since 2017 when we started. That's one part of it. Number two, though, we know that people, as they start to move forward into their investments, and we're closing out our Series A funding round, all of that money now can be dedicated towards improved development and marketing. So all of the assets we're bringing on are all pushing into the marketing realm so we can get the word out and let people know that there's an alternative and an easier way for them to invest.
It's interesting because you said that you've been working on this AI platform since 2017, right?
Yes.
And I feel like AI hasn't been part of the public vernacular until November, let's call it 2022, when ChatGPT made headlines because that's consumer facing. We can kind of all understand the purpose of it. But to your point before, everyday investors, they don't think about these things. You shouldn't have to think about those things. I want my platform to work. AI's been in since 2017. Okay, great. So if you could give us a little bit of background for those of us that might not be familiar with AI, what were you working on since 2017? What does that AI look like?
Yes, and it's very important to understand the difference between AI and a simple algorithm. Many people talk about their algorithm like it's AI. AI learns, it takes time. We've been running the AI, like I said, since 2017, before it was even a conversation. We now have a track record. We've got data the AI and the machine has learned. Simple rule of thumb, if the algorithm, in order to change its parameters, has to be a human involved, it's not AI, which is pretty much 99% of what exists today. The algorithms on our platform basically change their own rules without human intervention. That's AI. And what we've been doing is we call it mapping. Mapping sectors, mapping indexes, mapping individual stocks, and crypto for that matter, to manage it from a risk management perspective. The AI is looking into the future. It's the old myth that you can't time the market, it's a myth. You actually can time the market if you understand what you're looking at. Are you going to get it exactly right every day? No. Right. But the intent is to never suffer the fall off of a 10% cliff.
Got it. All right, Randy, appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. And thanks for joining me from Money 2020. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.